Good morning. Here it is. It's Tuesday. Today is May the 30th. We're just about to the end of May. The fifth month of this year. I don't know about you, but I really don't know where all this time goes, but it's going by fast. The older I get. Anyway, I hope that you had a good Memorial Day weekend, a good Memorial Day. I hope that you were able to maybe do something enjoyable yesterday. Besides honoring those that have paid the price for our freedom, but maybe some time with family. I know I got to go. I'm preparing to preach a funeral for my uncle, Bill Sexton, and on Wednesday afternoon, and I got to go see my aunt and my cousins and yesterday, and just had a great visit with them. A time of just preparing and anyway things that. Family things that we don't get to do as often as we'd like, but because time goes by so fast. But anyway, this morning I want to share with you a devotional entitled "The Gold Mine of the Psalms." The Bible tells us, that one of the signs of the last days is perilous and dangerous times. Look at 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 and following, and it talks about that, and I believe we're living, in some of those days right now. But certainly, again, it describes, what we're going through. But in Psalm 91, which is considered the gold mine of the Psalms, we find wonderful promises of God's provision and of His protection around us. In fact, next to Psalm 23, this psalm probably has brought more solace and peace to God's people, over the centuries than maybe any other psalm. As believers, we as believers have faced times of danger, sickness, war and death. Psalm 91 has been a great comfort to them, and it can be of great comfort to us, in the day we're living in. It's an excellent psalm for anyone who faces, danger. And there's dangers of all kinds around us. In this psalm, God, He promises that He will deliver us. He will protect us. He will answer our prayers, and He will be with us in the times of trouble that we may go through. In Psalm 91, you see, it contains great promises. It also contains conditions for activating those promises. You see, not every person can just simply take the promises of this psalm and say, well, these apply to me. You see, rather, these promises are only for the children of God. They are only for, those who have put their trust and their faith in God through Jesus Christ. And so to receive these promises, we must first meet the conditions. For example, the psalm begins in verse 1. It says, "Those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty." The name Most High, it's from the Hebrew word Elohim. You see, it speaks of God as the one who possesses everything. And then next, the word, for Almighty. It comes from the Hebrew word Shaddai, which speaks of God's provision. And so not only is He, he the living God, but you see, He's also the giving God. Now, isn't that wonderful to know? I mean, that just right there, in itself, when you realize the meanings of the Most High and Almighty, it brings hope, to the believer. But again, to activate these promises, we must live in the shelter of the Most High. You see, we must dwell in fellowship with God. We must have an intimate, close relationship, with God in order to activate those things. And, that's my prayer for you today. That's my prayer for me, that we as believers, we would continue to find our peace and our understanding and everything in what God says. Even when we're going through times of loss, when we're going through times of heartache, and we're going to face those things. And I hope that I know God in a way that you can depend on Him today. And if you don't, you can become a believer just by repenting of your sins and asking for forgiveness and asking Him to take over in your life. But anyway, hope you have a great day. Remember, Angie and I, we love you guys, and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you.